I would go home and be like, I just really did some really good job today. It was just amazing being in that position and turning the TV on, working on a case, and like seeing in headline news, like, wow, I worked with that patient, had to sit in my living room and not tell anybody in my household, confidentiality and all of that. But it was just really just my own sort of like thing that we could do with power. So, telling that story to say, power dynamics play a significant role in how trauma survivors are triggered. Because think about it this way: safety. If a child grows up in a safe and consistent environment where caregivers are kind, benevolent, they learn to trust others in position of authority. When children grow up, um, inherently being a child, you don't have control over anything. You can't decide your schedule. You don't can't decide what you eat, when you're going to eat, routines. That is by an adult. However, if these experiences were safe and predictable, the individual is more comfortable being in situations where they are not in control. As an adult, however, individuals who experience abuse, neglect, unpredictability in childhood, being out of control is equated with being safe. So, as a result, environments where people who had developmental trauma, where they feel powerless, nothing is more powerless than having a baby, birthing room, medical settings. This can trigger that trauma response. The brain is interpreting not being in control as a sign of danger. Even if you ain't being threatening, you are not threatening, you're trying to do your best. What's going on? So these triggers, this feeling powerless, trauma survivors experience thoughts like, I'm alone, I can't leave, I can't move. What is going on with my body? I can't get what I need. Am I going to be heard? Are people going to be safe? I'm not in charge here. What is going on? I'm totally not in charge of what's happening in my body. Just kind of happens. I'm by my third child. I was just having the baby. I wasn't even pushing at that point. The baby was just coming out, whether I liked it or not. She was coming, and she's 14 now, and she's here. So this ambiguity invites projection. So when a person doesn't fully understand what's happening, their brain fills in the gaps with past experiences. Keep this in mind when you speak. Make things very clear. I don't, is this normal? It just trying to decrease confusion, because confusion escalates into a sense of danger. You have to really be patient, really, really give people details in terms of, here's what's happening, here's what's going on, here's the plan, here's the benefits. All of these things need to happen because their brain is going to pick up on these cues and think, what is happening?